Hey it babes, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Nikki D, whatever you want to say, and I am back with another video. If you are new to my channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button. That way you can join the It family, because if you're not subscribed to the It family, then what are you doing? If you're returning It babe, welcome back. Today is December 31st. So as you guys are seeing this video, I just want to say Happy New Year's, because I'm posting this video on New Year's Day. So when you guys are watching this, it's going to be New Year's Day. It's going to be January 1st. So happy January 1st of 2026. I read in the title, today's video is going to be reflecting and recapping my 2025. Because what a year. What a year. At the same time as I'm recapping and reflecting on 2026, I might even jump back into a few years prior, so that way you guys can get like a recap of 2025 and what I'm expecting 2026. So yeah, at the same time, I still need to do my makeup because I'm hosting New Year's Eve today. I need to do my makeup, get ready, and then start cooking before everyone get here. Even though I can cook as everyone's here, but I'd rather just kind of, have it done. But I need to do my makeup so that you guys are getting a 2-in-1 makeup routine of 2025 and recapping 2025. Explanatory. We're getting into the story. Let's start with end of 2024. End of 2024. I feel like 2024 was a year where I just was like, I'm over everything. I kind of was like in a few mindset towards everyone. I'm not gonna lie. Cut off a lot of people in 2024. And I just wasn't going for anything towards the end of 2024. I was just like, I'm just so ready for 2024 to be over. Of 2024, as well, for the ones that know, I was married. I got divorced in August of this year. It's been a while, so I'm just like, when did I get divorced? But I got divorced in August of this year. But 2024, I ended the year, of course, married still. But in that marriage, I was just on and off breaking up as usual, just on and off breaking up for a month or so. I was in that on and off stage. Leading to end of November, I ended up booking me and the girls cruise for me and Arya's birthday, the upcoming January. I was just like in a fuck you mindset. I was saying fuck everybody, not caring who goes, just was like, I don't even really care. Like, I'm like, I want people just to like get away from me, stay away from me. I would say borderline depressed. I was borderline depressed. Figuring out, needing to figure out like my emotions. I did stop going to therapy. So in December, I enrolled into therapy, but let's finish up November. But yeah, November, I just felt like I was just getting sad, depressed. Not really within a relationship, but just about me wanting to move, me having to cut certain people off, and just feeling like I was really tested in 2024 with just like relationships. Like, and I was like, I had to come to some type of point where I'm just like, everybody. So I kind of got in that mindset. 2024 of November, I ended it single. Oh, November, I was supposed to go see Rod Wave. Rod Wave canceled on me. He canceled on me in December. In November, a phase of trying to go see Rod Wave. He was canceling on me. I was going by myself because I was single for the month of November of 2024. Originally, I did get tickets for me and my ex, but obviously we broke up and he wasn't getting my ticket. So yeah, I went by myself. Tried to go by myself, but obviously he canceled. But I feel like that sums up November of 2024. So let's hop into December of 2024. December of 2024, obviously I got back with my ex. These are pretty cool. Pretty decent brows. Definitely need to get my eyebrows done. That's going to be a whole nother maintenance video, but I can't get them done right now. I have to get them done when I need to get them done, which is next week. So you guys will have a whole little maintenance vlog. But anyways, getting back on topic, I got amazing gifts for the month of December. But in December of 2024, I was just like, I am not going into 2025. I'm not having another year like 2024. like, especially within my relationship. I'm like, I'm done with this on again, off again. I'm like, next time we break up, like, we're staying broken up. And y'all, when I say that, I tried to break up with this man so many times. Now looking back, I can laugh. But like, I was really just finding reasons to break up with this man because I knew deep down inside in December of 2024, I came to the conclusion, like, I want to be single. I don't want to go into 2025, even though I did go into 2025, but I was just like, I don't want another year like 2024. So I was just like, I made a promise in December of 2024. If we break up, we're staying broken up. Like, I'm not doing the back and forth anymore. Um, it was draining, it was tiring, and it just came something like, I was just like, I'm not finna keep doing this. Like, I'm not even finna, I ain't even do this with my baby daddies. Hell, I'm gonna do it with you, for. But every holiday, it seemed like me and my ex would get into it the day of, the day after, or the day before. It just was like a pattern that he used to like just want to have, just get into it every holiday. Like, I cannot tell you not one holiday. But like I told you guys, like towards the end of the year, I just got depressed. I was like, I want to move. I don't want to move. I don't want to be here where I'm living at. I just want to move. But I wasn't applying myself within, like, you know, actually trying to move. I was just saying I wanted to move and expecting Casper just to do it for me. I don't know. This depression stage. And I was just like, you know what? I'm thinking like I really need therapy. Therapist that I'm seeing now, me and my girl almost a year locked in later. I enrolled back into therapy. In January, I also attended Rod Wave concert. He rescheduled the concert for January. Well, I went to the Rod Wave concert in November by myself. I went with my ex. Somehow he knew how to work his way in when stuff was about to go back on. But yeah, I went to the concert with my ex. So I went to go see my man, Rod Wave. Y'all know I go see my man every year. So I began with seeing, went to go see my man, Rod Wave, in concert. Towards the middle of January, I started looking at places because I'm just like, I have to get myself out of this funk. I was talking to my sisters about it, and my sisters was like, you know what, we're going to start here. We're going to start looking. So shout out to my sisters because my sisters actually are what helped me find my house. So yeah, my sisters started telling me I need to start applying myself. So I started looking for places. Me and Arya's birthday is in January. So me and my girls celebrated our birthday. I ended up having like a good birthday. I did have a good birthday, pretty good birthday. What did I do for my birthday? For my birthday, so obviously me and Arya went on the cruise, but on our actual birthday, took her to school, did took her some treats for her class, and then I ended up going to breakfast, going to lunch with Arya afterwards, and then I went to dinner, and then I had a hookah. And then that following week, we got on our cruise. And the cruise, they loved it. They had fun. They enjoyed it. All that matters. So I was pretty happy about that. Like, my kids enjoying themselves on their first cruise. So that was pretty dope. Before we even got on the cruise, I found out that I got approved for my house that I'm in. So we got approved before going on the cruise. So I was excited about moving. I'm just like, okay, like, this year is looking up for me. Like, I'm doing it. I'm moving. Came back. World had set in, like, oh shit, I gotta pack. I gotta move. Moving into February. Like I said, got the move-in day. Actually moved in on Valentine's Day, which is, you know what's so crazy? I moved into my apartment when I moved back to Fresno from Vegas. I moved in the day before Valentine's Day. So I'm just like, is that a sign for me when I move? Like around February, January? I want to say 6 or 5. 5 years prior before that, I moved in on February 13th to my first apartment back in Fresno. So I'm just like, okay, like, that might be a little sign for me. But one thing I am going to say, like, the whole moving process, like, it gave me anxiety. I was very stressed out about it. My ex literally did everything. All I had to do was say what goes and what stays. And so I was very thankful that looking back, I wasn't single when I made that move. Like, I got a little help because, child, I would have been moving for days if I had to do it by myself. So yeah, that was the only really good thing about that situation. He helped me move, obviously. So the move-in process was not hard at all because literally all I had to do was unpack and pack what I needed to, pack what I wanted to go, and decided what I wanted to throw away. So that was the only good thing about moving. It wasn't stressful. I had help from my ex. So yeah, I'm trying to hurry up, y'all, and tell the story at the same time. And we barely enter February. So yeah, moved in February. I got enrolled back into therapy in February as well. That's when I had my first session, like the third week of February. So that was really good. I got enrolled back into therapy. Got started seeing my girl that I see every week. So shout out to my therapist, because she's the truth. Love therapy. I recommend therapy for anyone. Yeah, so got back enrolled into therapy March, reflecting back on March, I just felt like I was in a mind space of like, I got this, like I can do whatever I put my mind to. Especially after I moved, I was like, oh yeah, I can do whatever I say I put my mind to. Like, I can do this. Like, I can do this. I just like got like a little light shine back into me. I was just like, y'all, I can do anything. March, took the kids to Disneyland. January of 2025 till July of 2025, I was on and off with my ex. July was the last month. So previous months, I'm just reflecting back on like how I started the year. And obviously I started the year off with my ex. So March ended up going to Disneyland. So I took everybody to Disneyland, took the kids to Disneyland. Me and my ex took a solo trip to LA as well. Went to visit Marathon Burger. I was originally going to go by myself. Cause like I said, at this time we still on and off, we still breaking up. And, one thing about my ex, a way he would get me back is taking me out on dates or taking me out of town. I'm not going to lie. That used to get me and buying me stuff. So whenever he fucked up, he knew to take me on a trip. Take me on a trip. That sounds crazy, but yeah, he would always take me on a trip to get back in my good graces and spend some money on your girl. As he should have. So visit Marathon Burger. See Marathon Burger. We also explored LA, did seen some places that I wanted to go visit, some stores, and just like had like a little tourist day in LA. This time in March, we're constantly breaking up. Like, we're constantly breaking up more than ever. And like I told you guys in the beginning of the story, in the beginning of this video, I was trying to find reasons to break up with him, and somehow he would always get back in good graces. I don't know. I work for a company here in Fresno where I bartend at. And in March, that's when we had a lot of events. So I started bartending more than ever in the month of March as well. So I have that on there for the month of March. And like I said, we were constantly just breaking up. So yeah, that, in March, I just like got in a mindset. In March, I was in a mind space of like, I can do X, Y, and Z all by myself. Like, I was in my starting to get into like my stingy girl era, because I'm just like, like at this time I am the main provider, so I'm just like, you giving me problems and you not even doing X, Y, and Z. Like, I had to make it make sense. So I was just like, yeah, like, I'm not doing this no more. Like, this back and forth, I'm like, I'm not doing it no more. In March, I'm coming to my conclusion of like, like, this is not going on no more. This is where I'm putting my foot down. I'm like, I'm not doing this no more. I'm like, I'm not doing this. Especially by the summertime, I'm like, I'm not doing this no more. So moving on to April. Aria started cross country at school. I'm happy to say that all her games were on Fridays, which is my off day. So I was able to attend all games. I didn't miss not one game. Still just going through the emotions of just feeling like I just want to be done with my ex. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm just like, I want to be done. I'm like, low key, I'm not even happy. I'm low key feeling miserable just dealing with him. So I'm just like, I started getting irritated with him just like being in my presence. And in April, I remember I have on here, it was this position that I wanted to apply for, that I ended up not applying for because, for one, I had to consider my ex's feelings. Don't even ask me why. I wanted to apply basically at this club. He didn't want me to work at a nightclub. saying that it's not a good look for me to work at a club and I'm married, X, Y, and Z, da 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 da. So I turned down an opportunity of working at a club, just trying to, I would say, protect someone's feelings and just like, just looking back at it, please, ladies, don't ever do that. Your real partner would never make you turn down an opportunity for their insecurities, especially when they're the ones that were doing stuff. But that's a whole nother story. So yeah, I had to turn down an opportunity. And I just remember me turning down that opportunity. I was just like, moving forward, he will never make me make another decision. Like, I would never have to pick between my relationship and my career. Like, I would never. Like that's not even realistic. Like, and it wasn't the first time like he made me do that, but I was just like, it's the last time he's gonna have me do that. Like, I'm not doing that no more. Got into it real bad end of April. When I say real bad, it was like the turning point for me, and I was just like, yeah, we would never be back together. And I was just like, I broke. So at the end of April, we got into it real bad and I broke up with him. And I was just like, we're never getting together. I'm like, maybe in some months, but I'm like, definitely at this time in my life right now, like, I want to focus on myself. So I'm not gonna lie, end of April, I got into like my selfish era. Like, I made it loud and clear. Like, I was very single. I was not putting up with nobody's shenanigans. So May, I went into May single. Yeah, like, this is never gonna work out. I had the conversation with him, like, we can be cool, we can be cordial, but a relationship, I definitely don't see that going forward with us. And of course he was just like, oh, okay, that's cool. He still wanted to be around me. We're still friends, if anything. But one thing I'm gonna let y'all know, y'all cannot be friends with y'all ex, especially if it's an ex that loves you. You're gonna hear that person's mouth all the time, because we're not even supposed to be together, and you telling me about stuff. Like, remind you, at this time, I'm not having him as a friend on social media. He's telling me about stuff that I'm posting on social media. I'm just like, we're not together. Like, like, I'm like, we're not together. Like, why you on my stuff? Yeah, so he's like, he still want to be friends with me, still be cool with me, da 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 da. Still want to be around me, even though we weren't together. I'm like, okay, cool, as long as you don't get to do an extra. So May walked into May single, not in a relationship. I started going out more than ever in my life in the past like 4 years. I started going out the most in May. My sister had her birthday. My sister's birthday fell on the same day as Tequila Fest. So I went to Tequila Fest for my sister's birthday in May. Tequila Fest 1, Nikki 0, because I had a time. Y'all. Tequila Fest. And I ended up getting sick right after the Tequila Fest. When I say sick, I got like sick really, really bad, where I had to call off. Like, normally when I get sick, I don't have to call off for work, but I actually have to call off for work. So I remember me being sick. And at this time, we broken up. He's living with his mom. He's at his mom's house and I'm at home. And he would randomly like call me to check up on me, just still trying to be in my business. And I remember telling him when he called me, because he wanted to argue with me, or we were just arguing prior to that before me getting sick. And he wanted to argue. And I just remember getting on the phone and I was just like, I don't feel good. I feel sick. I don't want to hear that shit. And then that's when he flipped the script and was like, what do you need? Damn, I shouldn't have did that. He was, flip the script, like, what do you need? He'll bring me whatever I need, da 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 da. And remind you, we're separated, but he still wants to have some type of relationship. So that's kind of his way of him trying to woo himself back into my life towards the end of May, because I got sick. And yeah, he was there. He was there trying to be in my business. That was his way of getting back into my graces, helping me when I was sick or whatever. So yeah, he slowly started trying to woo me back in May once again, by just taking me out, taking me on dates, buying me stuff, and yeah, that. Moving into June, now June of 2025, letting him know that I'm still single, just being very firm, just like, me, quote unquote, using the line. I'm not gonna lie, I kept using the line, like, I'm finding myself. I can't be in a relationship right now because I'm not happy. If I'm not happy with myself, I'm gonna be happy with you. So I ain't gonna lie, I was using that excuse every time. Like he would bring up like, oh, you're not doing this, or you're not posting me, and you're not doing this. We're not together. I'm trying to find myself. Every time we would get into it, for him to get me back, it was always something that I wanted to do. Like he knew I just wasn't going to say no to something that I wanted to do. Like, I don't know, but that was his way of warning me. June, we ended up going camping. Had a fun time, not gonna lie. Ones that do not know, I own my own mobile bartending service, which is Cheers Cocktails. Book your girl if you're here in Fresno and you need a bartender. I ended up buying a trailer for my mobile bartending business the end of June. That was June 30th. Bought a trailer for Cheers Cocktails. We made an agreement, me and my ex made an agreement where he was going to work on my trailer because I gave him some money. I let's just say, well, yeah, you know what? We're gonna put it out here in the world. Anyways, my ex ended up having some tickets in Houston, and I ended up paying the license unsuspended. So yeah, I ended up paying over $1,800 to pay for his tickets, his traffic tickets, in order for them to lift the suspension up on his on on his license, because he ended up turning himself in, and I ended up paying the money to get him out. So I paid for the tickets, and that was in April. No, that was in May. No, that was it. I think that was in March. Either that was in like March or April. I'm not too sure. It was one of those months. But I ended up giving him the money and bailing him out, so that way if he was able to pay for his tickets. We made the agreement because he didn't have the funds. Let's just be honest. He didn't have the funds to give me back my money. So I told him, instead of giving me my money, just work on my trailer and, just work on my trailer. So we had an agreement. Lo and behold it. First time he got mad is the first time he was just like, oh, he's not helping me with my trailer, da 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 da. And I remind you guys, I already had the conversation with him, telling him if he played with me about my trailer, that was going to be the last final straw. And what did he do? Play with me about my trailer. And what was that? The last final straw. And that was in July, moving into July. We got into it on July 3rd. He said he wasn't helping me with my trailer, X, Y, and Z. And I ended up blocking him July 7th or 9th, either the 7th or the 9th, because those 2 days are standing out. I ended up changing my number for good. And I went no contact with, not talking to my ex since July. And so, yeah, that happened in July. Started going no contact, started my no contact journey. And Alea's birthday, we ended up going on a cruise for Alea's birthday. Now, this was the first cruise that I actually took them on by myself. I was actually really nervous, but surprisingly, well, not surprisingly, I had an amazing time. I had fun. And yeah, I had fun. I ran into an ex on the boat. And yeah, I had a time. So we're gonna try to hurry up because I need to hurry up and try to get this video out. But yeah, went on a cruise in July, had fun, ran into an ex on the cruise, which was very shocking, but I haven't seen him since before I had Alea. So we kind of, caught up, rekindled some things, not like that, but of course, when you see a bat, you're gonna always want to know how your girl doing. I was just letting myself feel the emotions of going through the breakup with no contact. So July, some days were good, some days were bad, some days were good, some days were bad. At the end of the July, I was just like, I am not spending the rest of my year soaking depressed. This was something that I wanted to do. I wanted to break up. And I'm like, but it's a natural feeling, like, just going through the emotions after a breakup. So for July, I was just going through the emotions of breaking up. Moving into August, of course, the girls started school. Alea started TK, started actual big girl school. Hold on, I ended up making it official with my divorce. I ended up going down to the courthouse, making it official. I filed for divorce last year, 2024. So everything was still like in the process of being worked on. It's just some paperwork that was missing that I actually had to turn in. So I went and did all that the same day the girls started school. Also in August, I actually ended up starting to date, like feeling comfortable to date, just like, you know, testing the waters, like, okay, I can actually date. I actually want to date. So I ended up meeting someone that I start talking to, dealing with. We no longer deal with each other like that, but of course he's been on the vlog before. So I ended up meeting him in August. Well, I ended up meeting him in towards the end of July. That's when he started trying to talk to me. But like actually talking to him, I started talking to him like consistently, I would say in August. Experimenting with dating, just dating. So that was my month of August. I was finding myself on a date every weekend. Like once August hit, I was dating. I've been on, since August, I've been on a date up until November, constantly, just back to back to back to back to back to back dating, like just dating, going on dates, dating, which was fun. It was like a good experience. Like I'm glad that I've had that experience because that's something that people talk about that I've never got to experience. Like I was dating multiple people. So I can check that off my list. So yeah, I was just experimenting with dating, still finding myself, finding new hobbies. I started journaling, getting back into watching like my favorite shows, my favorite movies, just like pouring into me. August was just like really like just pouring into me and just like finding myself. August was a month that I just found myself. I was just like, I need to figure out what I like to do, what makes me happy, how I envision my life. So August was pretty much of like just finding myself month and also dating. Into September. September was the month I just was just getting shown my worth. Like I was just getting shown like I was that girl. Not saying I didn't know I was that girl because I been knew I was that girl. Y'all knew I was that girl. But actions behind it was just, I was just getting pampered, loved, like still getting pampered and loved. But yeah, I was just getting poured in so much in September. Like I felt like September was like a peak of the year for me. Like I just like skyrocketed up. I got back consistent with YouTube. I started in, I want to say June. I've been like consistent with posting like vlogs. Like if you go back up into my into my previous videos, I've been consistent with posting, I want to say since June. So in the month of September, I was just being consistent with filming and just like growing my YouTube, dating, having fun. I started going out more and more with my friends, hanging out with my friends, just being around the loved ones. Also, I rekindled an old friendship. And I started growing into myself, researching like my inner self, just like figuring out who Nikki is, like what is my idea, how do I see myself, and like how do I feel about myself. So it was just like all about just like growing into myself, just like figuring out who I was, figuring out the type of woman I wanted to be. Because obviously in that relationship, I definitely did lose myself. I'm not gonna lie, definitely did lose myself. But slowly a girl was trying to figure out who she was. So yeah, I feel like that was the month of September for me. November, moving into November, still going on solo dates, still dating, but more than ever, just going out on solo dates, just taking myself like to my favorite restaurant, taking myself places to eat, going shopping dates, nail dates, just taking myself on dates. Whatever I did solo, I made it a date. Like I started romanticizing my life even more. Like I was just like, I'm that girl, romanticizing my life even more, just seeing how I wanted my life to be and just like pouring into me and just also just being soft with myself, not being so hard, because I can be very tough on myself, like feeling like I'm not here, I don't have this, I don't have that, and just not even processing like all the accomplishments that I've made. So it was just more of like just pouring into myself. I just started finding myself more, going out on solo dates, being more family and friend orientated, feeling myself just gravitating, wanting to be around my friends and my family more, just more than ever. Started chasing my dreams hard. November, I was like, this year of 2026, I planned it. I'm like, I'm gonna start chasing my dreams. I'm like, so just started constantly chasing my dreams, started seeing like the actual results from me just being consistent with my YouTube. Like I can't speak on certain things now, but it'll definitely be on my channel. You guys will definitely be seeing it pretty soon. And hopefully many more to come. But just seeing the outcomes of me just being consistent and chasing my dreams, starting to get some results coming back in. So that was that. In November, I was just reflecting how far I came. Like this time last year, I was stressed and depressed, wanting to move. I moved. This time last year, I said I didn't want certain people and energy around me. Look at me now. I'm not around those certain people. You know, I wanted to, this time last year, I wanted my self-confidence back. I wanted to be happy again. I just wanted to feel like me again. And fast forward a year now, your girl's done it. So I just been started reflecting in the month of November of just like how far I came, because your girl has came pretty far. Just really soaking and just thinking of like all my accomplishments. Like I'm so proud of myself. Like last year Nikki envisioned this year's Nikki, but didn't know if it was possible. And anything is possible because obviously we here. Like we here. To recap December and to end December, I ended up going to go see Rod Wave. I seen him at the beginning of this year and seen him at the end of this year. And I'm like, twice in 1 year. Like, I just felt like that just like summed up my year. I'm like, the way I started my year is not the way I'm ending my year. And I couldn't be more happy. God does everything for a reason. For my girls that are going through breakups and divorces at this time, there's going to be light at the end of the tunnel. Use me prime example. And you're going to get through it. They lost, not yours. Okay? You that girl. Don't ever think you're not that girl, because you that girl. But yeah, I went to go see Rod Wave. And yeah, I'm just ending December of 2024 happy. Excited for 2026. Cannot wait to see what's in store for 2026. And honestly, just living out my dreams. Like I'm doing it. I'm doing it. So yeah, just living out my dreams. I just see like myself just elevating for 2026. I see 2026 being my selfish year, just pouring into me. I felt like towards the end of this year, I started pouring into myself. People thought I was cocky. Y'all thought I was tripping. Y'all ain't seen nothing yet. The girl just feeling herself now. Recap and just looking back on my 2025 year. Like I said, 2025, how I started 2025 is not how I'm ending 2025. I went into 2025 married, ending 2025 divorce. Couldn't be more happy. Girl got her weight up. Your girl's looking thicker. Your girl's just know who she is now. Like, I can't even explain it to you. Your girl just knows she that one. So yeah, I'm just ending 2025 just in a great mindset, excited for 2026, waiting to see what 2026 hit for, making goals and plans, and I'm about to start living out my goals and my dreams, turning my dreams into reality. That's like my motto of 2026, turning my dreams into reality. And I'm doing it. I just got to continue with the process. But yeah, that sums up this video. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know in the comments, the same way you began 2026, are you ending it? Are you ending it single? Are you ending it in a relationship? Like, what was your relationship status at the beginning of this year and now at the end? Because I want to know. I'm nosy. I know I'm not the only one that went through a breakup. And it's so crazy. A lot of people got divorced this year. A lot of relationships broke up this year. I don't know. I guess us women just knew our worth. We started knowing our worths again. I don't know. Knowing we the queen bee. Knowing we the head honchos. I don't know. But yeah, if you guys haven't already, please like, subscribe, and comment. Make sure to thumbs up this video. Like I said, let me know your relationship statuses down below, how you began this year and how you're ending it. Let me know just your overall experience for 2025. Let me know down below what you're excited for 2026. And I will see you guys in my next video. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Make sure to hit that bell notification. That way you be notified. That way you're notified anytime I post another. That way you're notified anytime I post a video. Because who don't want to know when I post a video? But yeah, please like, subscribe, and comment if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys in my next video.